So we're just gonna jump right into it. This is Talent Talk Tuesdays, and where we just talk any and everything in the industry. You did say that you wanted to talk about all black script, right?
The black script.
The black script
All good. It's
and
all good.
blind sides.
Yes.
So, okay, great. Whatever you want to talk about, they'll be dropping. They know what to do. They'll be dropping questions. They'll be asking you stuff. I'll be reading them, so you don't have to keep up with that. But let's just start with who you are, what you do, where you're from.
Okay.
And I thought I saw that you were based in Virginia, right?
Yes, that is correct.
I love that. I am too, and it's very rare. Okay, so yes.
All right.
Okay,
Awesome.
VA, let's go.
Yeah. Shout out to VA. The whole DMV actually.
Yes.
My name is Kevin Marable, and I am the creator founder of a platform called theblackscript.com. If you are unfamiliar, you can go to the website, which is www.theblkscript.com. It is a platform for actors, screenwriters, and filmmakers of color specifically, but we also focus on other people of color as well as other underrepresented groups. I come from music, but once I left music, I was working towards being an aspiring screenwriter, and I dabbled a little bit in filmmaking as well. I'm just a creative, artistic person all around, but through that journey of writing my own screenplays and creating my own stories and whatnot, I was looking online for stories that were written by other people of color, and every so often I would come across a script here and there, scattered around the internet. And it dawned on me that there wasn't a website that specifically focused on screenplays and stories for people of color. And so once I realized that there was nothing in existence,
right.
there was a void there. Yeah, there was a void there. I came up with the idea to create a platform specifically just to host scripts from writers of color, and hence the name The Black Script.
Right.
That was originally why I called it The Black Script. But through that, I was on other social media platforms talking about my experience, talking about how there was a void, so on and so forth. And then I started to share that I was building up this platform. And over time, it started to gain a little bit of traction. I started getting celebrities liking my posts. And people started to ask, well, do you offer script submissions? What about film submissions?
Right.
What about things for actors and animators and things of that nature? And so that kind of got my wheels turning a little bit. And I began to build out the Black Script to be more than what, just a hosting website for screenplays.
Yes. Love that.
And that was a little over a year ago. And since then, I've been, just pushing that narrative of, we need more exposure, inclusivity.
Yes.
I can't think of that. I can't say the name.
I hear you.
But I just wanted to create a space to where it's a central location, not only for exposure, for writers, for actors, for filmmakers, but also a certain level of education as well, because I started to notice that there was a lot that we still didn't know about how to get into this business. And just so I just started to look for where all of the holes are within this industry as it pertains to us people of color, and how do we get into this business. And I began to figure out ways to provide that information in one central location. So I look at the Black Script as a central hub, again, for actors, filmmakers, screenwriters of color, diverse background, and other underrepresented groups, to be able to provide that information, and also provide a pipeline into the business, whether that be, submitting your own screenplays and getting them read and getting comprehensive feedback,
Right.
or by you know, getting a certain level of education by checking out some of the interviews and stuff that I've done,
Yeah.
the people connected to, and the information that they're providing as well.
Good, good. I think it's very much needed, like especially in this area. I think that's why I started the Actor Society DMV. And I know people that are following me over here, they're like, what's going on? But most of them follow over there on Actor Society DMV. They know what I'm
Sure.
about. But we're going live here tonight, y'all. So y'all are getting a treat tonight off of my page. But I feel like it's definitely needed. Like the talent is here. There's like, we're all learning. We're all trying to, you know
Right.
what I mean? Be that main character, but at the same time, like growing together and learning together and, you know, just pulling one another with us.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whether it's directing or writing or acting and producing and just connecting the dots and networking. Like, I love this. That's why I was like, I got to do the, we got to share what you got going on for the people. I know that everybody's excited. I've gotten so much feedback. I think that is dope. That is so great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I this kind of stumbled, it kind of fell in my lap, honestly. This wasn't the path that I was trying to go down. I was really just working on
Music.
becoming a screenwriter. No,
Oh,
well, after I got away from music, working on becoming a screenwriter and starting to develop my own screenplays and you know, get into filmmaking and things of that nature. And the idea just hit me one day. And something told me that this was something that I needed to
yeah.
look more into, you know. And so I just decided to, you know, kind of put my aspirations to the side and focus more on this because I felt like this was a bigger need and a bigger cause.
And it's bigger than you, right?
Exactly.
It's bigger than you.
Exactly.
Like that's when you get that feeling
Yeah.
and you know that it's bigger than you and you're helping so many, but yet it's something that you love to do and it just feels good. You
Hmm.
have to like you dream, you sleep, you eat, you wake up thinking about it, right?
Yes.
Well, good. That's confirmation I'm in the right place then.
Yeah, absolutely. Like this is all that I think about, honestly.
Yeah.
Of course, in the back of my mind, I still have some stories that I want to tell, but that day will come. But I look at this as more important because, as I said, you know, just through this journey over the past year and talking to people, going to film festivals, networking, researching online, things of that nature. I just realized that there's a lot that we don't know about getting into this business. And, you know, a lot of times we go to these film festivals, we talk to people, and we ask these questions, and oftentimes these questions still get left unanswered. And I want to provide a space to where no matter where you search online, you can at least get a general sense as to what it takes to get into this business,
Right.
and not have to, you know, scour the web, watch YouTube video after YouTube
Right.
video, and, you know, do a whole bunch of research. And
Yeah.
if you're going to watch those videos, you can watch it in one central location.
Facts.
Yeah. And
Facts.
so
Love that.
that's what I'm doing is, you know, I'm curating, I'm collecting, I'm asking all of the right questions, I'm talking to all of the right people, whether they be independent or in the business, and just kind of learning as I go as well, but finding out all of the ins and outs as to what it takes to get into this business and what it is that each of these individuals do, so that way I can kind of shine a little bit of light on somebody else or the people who are coming after us.
Yeah.
So that way they can know what it takes to get into
Right.
this field. Mhm.
Well, with your research and everything, well, I feel like that's the best part, right? Learning as you go and learning all of this, you know what I'm saying? Making the mistakes and learning from them. It's trial and error, right? That's
Right.
how we get better and stronger. But what do you feel is one of the toughest things getting in the industry? Or
Um,
yeah, coming, you know, from your experience so far, what do you feel like is the most difficult for people or
well, I won't say that I know what the most difficult thing is, but I will tell you a couple things that I've learned, as it pertains to a screenwriter and also as it pertains to an actor.
Mhm.
As a screenwriter, there's a lot of these script submission services. You know, I don't want to name any names. I don't want to look down upon any other platforms
Right.
that are doing this, but a lot of those platforms are kind of in the pay to play um, category. So you can submit your script all day to these
Right.
platforms, and yeah, yes, there is a chance and there's a likelihood that they will get reviewed and you will get feedback, but you're also throwing it into a vast bucket of people who are screenwriters all across this country,
Mhm.
sometimes all across the world. And
Right.
I feel like a lot of our stories kind of get lost in the mix in that process, especially when it comes to script readers who are reading your story. If they don't come from our walk of life, how are they going to understand
Yeah.
what it is that we're talking about, and some of the things that I wouldn't say only we know, but you know that we have, you know, there's a richness to us
Yeah.
that not everybody knows how to understand,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
There's an experience that we
Yes,
have that you just, you know what I mean?
right,
And vice versa, right? Like there's stories that we can't tell.
exactly,
So
exactly.
it
And
goes
so
both ways.
right, and so in that aspect, yes, you may uh, gain some traction in some of those fields, but I feel like we also need a place to where we can actually submit those
Right.
stories, and have more readers who kind of understand our walk of life and can give more of our stories a chance. A lot of times, even Cord Jefferson, the writer of American Fiction, just said once he won his award that oftentimes Hollywood doesn't, you know, provide budgets for films or for stories like ours.
Right.
And maybe if you break down some of those budgets and, you know, give $5 million or $10 million or, you know, X amount of millions of dollars, you might be able to get 10 or 15 or 20 more stories like these, and he wouldn't be the only person, you know, getting that spotlight and those accolades, and we could tell more of those stories as it pertains to our culture,
Culture.
because there's a lot of our culture that doesn't get told, doesn't get talked about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, every so often we get one that sneaks through the door,
Yeah.
and you know, we always champion those projects, but
Right.
we can have a lot more.
We can have more. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right. And that's your whole goal is to have a
Yes.
plethora of these stories
Yeah.
and not just one here, one there slipping through the
Right.
cracks. Right.
Absolutely.
Love
Yeah.
it. Love
And so that's on the screenwriting side. And as far as actors, a lot of times when actors are auditioning and they submit a self tape, one of the things that I found is that you know, you do your 3 takes and you send it off into the void, so to speak,
it.
and you don't know if anybody's reviewing it.
Right.
Sometimes you don't get any feedback, so on
A
and
lot
so
of the
forth,
time.
and you're just really hoping and wishing, you know, that somebody sees it and that they
Yeah.
respond and you receive something back.
Yeah.
Um, and so I created a new part of what we're doing called
Yeah.
Blind Sides, where that's going to change some things and actually provide some exposure in real time online. And I, I call it Blind Sides because we're actually looking for actors from all across the country.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to know each other. We're also looking for writers from all across the country.
Real
Um,
quick.
sure.
So those of y'all that are on here, go follow Blind Sides.
Yes.
I don't really know the schedule, but I did see the first episode. I don't know if this is a weekly thing or a monthly thing, but definitely go follow the page. You guys will understand it much
Right.
better. It's really, really cool.
Yes.
That's it. Go ahead.
Yes. Definitely go follow the
Yeah.
Blind Sides. If you go to @blindsides.tm
Mm-hmm.
on Instagram, that is the Blind Sides page, but also follow at the Black Script as well. We will be showcasing those episodes via both pages. I haven't quite figured out whether it's going to be weekly,
Yeah.
bi-weekly, monthly,
Yeah.
but as time goes on, we will figure out a schedule and get that underway. But right now, I've just reopened submissions So if you are an actor, an aspiring actor, you can submit your self-tape, you can submit your actor's reel, things of that nature. If you're a writer, you can submit sides, 2 to 3
Awesome.
pages max, in PDF format, and make sure it's primarily dialogue. You can have a little bit of action lines in there, but limited action lines, only because you're going to be acting within a confined space. It's going to be virtual.
Right.
But basically, we're searching for actors all across the country, searching for writers all across the country. Um, once we receive sides, we're submitting those to the actors. They're going to review the sides beforehand, and then they will come onto the platform. They're not going to know who they're going to be doing their sides with until
Right.
they join the platform. Hence the name Blind Sides.
Right.
But then they get the opportunity to act out those sides on this platform, and we will also have a special, whether they're celebrity guests or an industry insider,
Yeah.
they're going to be viewing it in real time, and then at the end of it, they'll be able to provide feedback in real time to both the actors and the writer.
Right.
And so that's the concept. It's called Blind Sides. There's going to be more aspects to that as time goes on, but right now that's the general concept of it. And I'm really excited because I have some other things that are under wraps right now that I want to build upon for Blind Sides. But yeah,
That's a
it's a very exciting
great
time.
start. I
Yeah.
love the concept. I love the concept. So, how long before do they get the script? Is it like,
So typically, I would say it's going to be about a week
okay,
before, like a week out.
oh, okay,
But what I'll try to do is, and early on, it might be a little bit longer than that, because it's going to take time for people to understand what this is, and get familiar. And once they're selected, if they submitted, and to be ready and have that timeline to say, hey, can you be on for Blind Sides this week or
right,
next week or what have you.
yeah,
So that's going to take a little bit of time and figuring out how to maneuver that and get everybody on the same timeline, the same
yeah,
page. But yeah, we'll get that part figured out and ironed out. And once we do, then it's going to be more seamless.
right. I think that's really cool because over here with Actor Society DMV, we try to have workshops, in-person workshops,
And
once a month. But sometimes either venues or everybody's schedule, or depending, like May is a busy month. You got Mother's Day and Memorial at the end of the month. We can't all get together in person all the time. So that's why I came up with this Talent Talk Tuesdays and Thursdays,
right,
just so everybody can still connect and network and see people that are in the area and what they have going on and talk about their brand. So you doing that virtually is just, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to sit and wait to be in person to learn, to network and meet new people. You know what I mean?
right. And,
I love that.
and yeah, and it's just I'm utilizing the resources that I have, that I've gained.
Right.
I'm not gatekeeping. I'm sharing that information. If I have a particular contact or somebody that I've met or that I know that's in the industry, and
Yeah.
they can come on and provide valuable information to the folks that are on.
Mhm.
That's what my goal is to be able to connect more people, and let a lot more of these the actors, screenwriters know, like, hey, your work is being seen. You are being
Yes.
seen. You are, you're not just doing this for nothing.
Right.
You have a dream just like the rest of us have a dream, and let's try to figure out a new way to achieve that dream,
Yeah.
or at least gain more exposure to where you might be able to get a gig here, a gig there,
Hmm.
even if it's an independent film or something for network television or feature film or something like that.
Yeah.
That's the goal, is to provide more spotlight, and shine that light as bright as I can all across the country. So I'm not being biased and only picking one region. I'm trying to select from everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
That's great. That's great. I think there's more benefits to it, because it's saved on your page, right?
right,
And that goes back to the self tape. When you submit, you kind of just got to submit and forget about it, right? Sometimes you don't hear that feedback.
right,
So to be able to hear feedback from either the writer, the writer, if they submitted something, or the actor, I think that's dope. You know what I mean? You feel seen. It's not just send it in and I'll just pray on
Right.
it. You
But
know?
not only that, you're also getting feedback.
Yeah.
Say, we have a special guest actor that's on,
Right.
and they are, they're on they're on a major television show or a feature film,
Yeah.
and they have a lot more experience than you do. They can actually provide you with some knowledge or some tips or things of that nature that maybe
Right.
you never thought of. And so it's just giving more people that opportunity to have that experience. Not everybody can pay for an acting class,
Right.
or a workshop or things of that nature. And in some locations, they may not even offer it.
Right.
So I'm trying to find a new way to where we can connect people
Yeah.
online and still be able to provide
Yes.
that possibility for them. Yeah.
Yes. I love that. So we're on the same page there, connecting people virtually, and then if we
Yeah.
can get together, we can get together. But I love the exposure because the talent is out here, right?
Yes.
It's just hidden talent, and you want to see these people, like show these people. There's so much talent in the world, so I think it's great, and I will be signing up. So I need to go on over there to the
Yeah.
blackscript.com.
Most definitely.
Because I like a challenge. I like that. First of all, I like a cold read
Yes.
versus.
So okay, so these aren't cold reads. You
Yeah.
actually receive the sides first beforehand.
Right.
But I am considering the fact of offering cold reads in the future, because I know some people prefer cold reads. But I have to work out all the
Yeah.
kinks first before I get there. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But it is still kind of, it's exciting. It's a thrill because I don't know who I'm going to read with,
Yes.
right? And you got to learn that chemistry real quick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Online.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it could be considered a cold read a little bit.
A little bit, yes.
Yeah.
And I also want, just for the actors that are listening and tuning in, I also want to let you know that there is no winner or loser in this aspect. I'm not doing it like it's oh, you lost, or here's what you did wrong. This is more so of you being able to gain more exposure and receive constructive criticism, positive feedback from somebody who's in the industry and has more experience, or possibly has more experience than you do. And it gives them a chance to be able to share some of their knowledge, and also give back to the next generation.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, that's so exciting. And just a reminder, everybody that's joining in, there's so many people popping in. You guys can drop some questions if you guys want to. I know most of you are not familiar with me being live on this side. Y'all go follow Actors Society DMV. But if y'all have any questions for him, y'all can drop them and we'll talk about them. But this is something, if you are in the industry, or maybe you're thinking about it, this is definitely a good place to start.
Absolutely.
Or just go over there and watch the page, see what they're
Yeah.
doing. And yeah, it's an experience over there. I was so excited when I saw it. I was like, oh, what is this? And I shared it, and there was so much feedback. They were like, what is this?
Absolutely.
So
And
yeah.
I was surprised by how much feedback there was for the first episode.
Yeah.
Typically when you have an idea and then you're working on it, you're trying to figure out how to make it work behind the scenes, and then to finally see it actually come to fruition, and then you release it to the world, you don't really know how it's going to pan out and how people are going to receive it.
Right.
But it was received really well. A lot of people are excited about it. And I have a very strong feeling that this is really going to take off. The more that we promote it, and the better we get at making it streamlined.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just very early on.
Mm-hmm.
We have the first episode out. That's just to kind of give you a feel as to what it's going to be like and how it's going to go. It's going to be slightly different moving forward. And I'm also going to play around with different aspects and see what works and see what sticks over time.
Right.
So, yeah.
That's good. Do you want to talk about your partner at all? I did.
Yes.
I know she had an engagement tonight, but I really did want to meet her too. I wanted to make sure that she knew she was welcome tonight as well.
Yes. Shout out to
Yeah.
Jess Mifflin. If you guys are not familiar, please go to Jess Mifflin's Instagram page at Jess_Mifflin, I believe, or it might be at Jess Mifflin_PR. But she is my partner, my right hand, my PR, and she helps me with ideas. She helps me get some of the larger clients that I've been able to talk to, and we've just been working together, you know, grinding this out and promoting together, and we're lifting each other
Right.
up. That's what we're doing. You
That's
know,
what it's all about, right?
we came together to build a team and to make the Black scripts stronger.
Right.
And she had some inside track on her end. I had some inside track on my end, and we just came together and make it
Right.
happen. Yeah.
Is she in the Virginia area too?
She is not,
Okay.
actually. She is in Delaware.
Okay.
So I did not know her prior to the Black script. She actually brought an aspiring actor to me to interview, and that's how I met her initially. And you know, we had several conversations, and I, you know, told her that I was looking for somebody that is just as passionate as I am,
Right.
is organized and knows how to, you know, navigate a little bit.
Yeah.
And she was on board. I brought her on, and she got started. I didn't have to ask her any questions. She started reaching out to people and started bringing in more and more interviews, day in and day out. And so at that point, I was like, you know what, I'm going to keep you around, and,
Right.
and we're gonna figure this out together. So that's where we're at. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want to drop? Like, I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
Yes.
So excited.
So if you don't mind, I would like to talk a little bit about the website,
Yes.
because I know a lot of people are familiar with the Instagram page, and the Instagram page has really taken off
Okay.
over the past 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
I went from a little over 1,000 followers to over 20,000 followers
Mm-hmm.
in less than 2 months' time.
Mm-hmm.
And
Won't he do it?
yes, he will. Amen. But I do want to turn some attention to the website, theblackscript.com, only because I feel like I need to push that a little bit more on my page, and talk a little bit more about the platform within itself.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to the website, we offer entertainment news as it pertains to people of color, as to, you know, who's acting in what, who's writing what, who's directing what, when those projects come out. And we're going to be opening that up to, if you have press releases, you can be independent, you can be on the major level. If you have press releases, we will start to be able to promote those. I'll have that information out, you know, in the coming weeks. But we're also going to be, you know, talking about the current events, current entertainment news. But there's also script submissions. If you are a screenwriter, we offer script submissions, screenplay submissions in every category: short film, feature film, even pilots, episodic, 30-minute or 1 hour pilots. And we also offer film submissions. However, on the website right now, you won't be able to see those pages directly, but those pages are still there. I'm working to revamp that right now, but we offer film submissions. So if you want to showcase your short film, or even if you want to showcase your feature film and have it behind a paywall and have your audience come to that paywall, and you can make some money that way, we will be offering that in the near future as well.
Yes.
Um,
Some people are saying, I'm sorry, some people are saying definitely going to stay in tune. Are there casting calls on the website?
So we've only done one casting call. We partnered with a independent film company in LA a few months back for a film called Touch, and that film is wrapping up right now. I think it's in post-production, and that's a project between LA and Atlanta, and I helped a little bit with the casting. Shout out to South Bay Talent Agency and Focus Films. But we've only done one casting call, but we're looking to do more casting calls in the future. If you are a production company, and you're looking for a service that can offer casting calls, we are open to that idea as well, to where we can partner and potentially help you get the word out there and provide casting calls that way. So that's something to keep on your radar. Any other questions before I continue?
Yes. Good evening. How does one become a writer for theblackscript.com?
So you want to become a writer as in like writing entertainment news, as far as that aspect of it. If you are interested in that, I would say email us at admin@theblackscript. That's THEBLKSCRIPT.com. And make sure you put in the title that you are interested in being a writer for the Black Script. And if you have any previous content or any anything that we can review to see that you've done this before, or even if you don't have experience, feel free to still reach out and let us know. We are actively looking, because I do want to beef up the team, so to speak. I will let everybody know, as of right now, there is no money involved. So if you want to do this, you have to be passionate about it. And this could you can definitely utilize this as a means to, expand your resume if you want to eventually move up to some of these other, publications and whatnot. So you can utilize the Black Script that way.
We all got to start somewhere.
Yes, I don't make money off of it. I actually spend money to keep this alive.
And sometimes those are the best things. I've done a really good film that I didn't get paid for, and we've all done free work, right? But it was so good, and it touched so many people, and I was really proud of it. So don't always look at the money, guys.
Right. But I will tell you this: if you are a writer for the Black Script, I will help you by promoting the articles, and making sure you receive the proper credit. Your name will be everywhere that it's supposed to be. And any, if you need that that letter of recommendation or whatever the case may be, that I have no problem, because at the end of the day, I'm here to help. But that's where we're at with it right now. So I just want to put that out there, that if you're doing this, make sure that you're passionate, that you have an interest of getting into the business, and know that there's going to be a lot of groundwork before there's any type of money involved. And that goes for everybody, including myself. But yeah, is there any other questions?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
I haven't done it before, but I'm interested. There's a lot of people just interested. They're here to listen, so I'm excited.
I also do want to say, going back to the website, as far as actor submissions, right now the way you can submit as an actor is by going to the Blindsides page. If you go under submissions, the submissions tab, and then clicking on where it says Blindsides, there's information as to how you can submit for that. If you have an actor's reel, or if you have self-tape that you've done in the past or something like that. And then also, if you're a writer, there's information as it pertains to submitting your work as a writer as well. I will let you know that your work is your work. Nobody's here to take your work. And also, I'll make that mention too. If you are submitting your screenplay, I have all the script readers that are involved. They all have signed NDAs. They're not looking to take anybody's work or anything like that. But aside of that, I have Black Storytellers. That's basically where I actually interview actors, writers, filmmakers, and also industry insiders and celebrities, and ask them all the important questions as to how they got to where they're at in the business. How are they so successful, whether they're, what region they're in. I ask questions as it pertains to that, and I just provide spotlight and give more exposure in those areas, because there's a lot of us who are in the industry, who've been working in the industry for 10, 15, 20 plus years, and still to this day, not many people know who they are. It's time that we change that, and we have a platform that actually gives them their flowers while they're still here. So I have Black Storytellers. There is a network on the website. If you go to the network tab, you can actually join for free. There's over 300 plus people there. I'm looking to beef that up in the near future, and make that a full ecosystem of people who can network and connect, and talk about the projects that they're working on, and also gain information and share information with each other.
Right.
You can create a profile. You can add your profile picture.
Nice.
You can add links and a bio and all of that stuff. So there's a social network aspect to the site as well. And then lastly, there's a resource page where I'm also beefing that up, where there's going to be a lot more write-ups on how-tos, like how to write more like Spike Lee or Mara Brockakill, things of that nature, to kind of give writers and also actors and filmmakers some guidance and some educational resources there. So yeah, that's theblackscript.com. Again, that's www.theblkscript.com. And make sure you like and follow the Instagram page, and also Blindsides at blindside.tm.
Yes. Love that. So much going on there. So much excitement. You got a lot to do, Mr. Kevin.
I do. And I don't do this full time. I want to do this full time, but I'm getting there. Yeah.
Me too. When it's a passion, you do want to do it full time. But we have responsibilities, so we gotta manage it first.
Absolutely. And one last thing, if there's any investors out there, anybody looking to sponsor, if you own your own independent business, Black business, and you want to advertise, I'm open to those opportunities as well. We can talk about advertising on theblackscript.com, things of that nature. Because at the end of the day, I got to find inventive ways to keep this going, but I don't want to solely dig into the pockets of starving artists aspiring. So I'm looking for company and corporate backing, to where this is something that I can provide to the community, and it'll stick around for the community.
Right. How about? Sorry, I'm writing my notes. How about grant writers?
So okay, explain.
So like, you have an idea. You have so many ideas. You can submit for grants.
Grant writer.
Yes.
So I'm sorry. Yes. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. I'm looking into every avenue.
Right.
If anybody is knowledgeable in those arenas, please feel free to reach out to me. I will make sure that if you help me, I help you. There's going to be some form of incentive there. But at the end of the day, we have to figure out a way to where we can keep the Black script alive and make it for the culture.
Love that.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, the grants are, what I mean? You could pitch what you got going on. Let them grant writers do their thing, okay?
I'm working on it. I'm working on sponsorship deals and all of that stuff as well.
Great.
But it's all a process, right? So it takes time. It also takes time to get people to believe in you, to see your vision. I've talked to a lot of people in the industry, and everybody that I've shared the platform and some of my ideas, they've all said that what I'm doing is amazing, and I have great ideas at hand. It's just a matter of finding the right people to partner with.
Right.
Yes. But yeah, I don't want to say any names, but I've talked to quite a amount of people, and they've
stamped you.
Yes, they love it. So it's just a matter of talking to the right individuals, getting them to partner up, come on board, or allow us to come on board, and show them what we're capable of.
Yes.
One last thing that I will also offer, I didn't mention it, but if you are a production company, production studio, and you are looking for particular stories, like let's say it's a holiday film or horror film, or a rom-com, things of that nature, you can also we can tailor a campaign around that and say, such and such production company is looking for this holiday film. If you would like to submit your script, you have until such and such date. Then we go through those submissions, and once one is selected, that film could potentially, get picked up and be produced. That's what we're looking for at the end of the day, is to create new stars, and
every aspect.
Yes.
In every aspect.
Yeah. So I'm open to all of the possibilities that the Black Script has to offer. And I'm not a gatekeeper. I love to share information, and I also love to reach back and lift up the community.
Yes, love that. That's what I always say over here. We don't gatekeep. We share information.
Yeah.
I'm always sharing, what's going on around here, some castings, everything, because when it's bigger than you, and you just have the passion and want to help and lift and inspire other people to just go for it. Right. You got to take yourself out of it.
Yeah.
Right. What's
Absolutely.
for me is going to be for me. What's for you is going to be for you. So why gatekeep? Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
going to happen whichever way it goes anyway. So
yeah. And how do we ever move forward if we're always withholding the information? There's plenty of opportunity around for you not to hold on to the information as if somebody's coming to take your job. Yes. Nobody's coming to take your job.
You cannot have that mindset.
Yeah, it's a different day and age, man. There's plenty of opportunity out here. It's just a matter of you going out there and getting it for yourself.
Yeah.
And if somebody else is already in that position, doesn't mean that you can't also be in that position.
Right.
You just have to get in where you fit in. That's it.
Right. And you got the sauce. Nobody has my sauce. Nobody has your sauce.
Right.
You can't,
absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
That's it. We can have the same job, but you can't do it like me. No. And I can't do your job like you. So.
Right.
East Market Film says, I want to promote our latest film. So y'all go ahead and contact, follow, DM, right? Can they DM you? Is that okay? Or would you rather them email?
You can send a DM. I will tell you, we're getting DM'd all the time. And we're also getting emailed all the time, but we will make it a point to reach back. Again, the email is admin@theblackscript.com. And you can also send a DM to blackscript.com, or even just Mifflin _PR. And we will take a look, and we will get back to you on that and figure something out.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't.
So just a quick.
I also just want to say, can't make any promises. It has to make sense. At the end of the day, it is a business, and we want to continue down the path of the business that we're trying to take. So
quality.
Yes, quality over quantity all day. But I do also like the quantity aspect of it too, but yeah. Quality for sure.
Right. Yes. Okay, for those that are on right now, you can just do it like a quick recap of everything that you just explained, so that I know, because there's still a lot of people just popping in.
Yeah.
Just quickly, blindsides.
Sure.
Just real quick. But it's been so insightful, guys. I'll save this on my page, and I'll collaborate with Actor Society DMV, and also with you. So you guys will be able to go back and watch it. But it's been super insightful. So listen again. We're gonna run this back real quick. And if I haven't said thank you, I do appreciate you for taking the time.
I really appreciate you. Thank you for reaching out. Thank you for wanting to even speak to myself, Jess, and get to know a little bit more about the Black Script and Blind Sides. And thank you for sharing your platform and allowing me to speak on the Black Script and Blind Sides to your audience. I truly appreciate that.
I mean, that's what my platform is all about. And I just started with the online, going live twice a week, about 2 months ago. So that's what it's all about. So I'm here anytime you want to come back, you can come back. You got stuff to share. Let's give it to them. We got to share it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So go ahead.
All right. So For the folks just joining, my name is Kevin Marable. I am the creator and founder of theblackscript.com. That is www.theblkscript.com. It is a website and a platform for actors, screenwriters, and filmmakers of color, diverse background, as well as other underrepresented groups, to provide spotlight, education, information, and just an overall pipeline of getting more exposure and a new way to get in, figuring out how to get into the industry. I know I'm jumbling some words here.
No, it's okay. It's
I'm trying to
okay.
go through everything, but the website offers a myriad of things as far as entertainment news, script submissions, film submissions, actor submissions, Black Storytellers, which is our podcast. We talk to actors, filmmakers, industry insiders, celebrities, you name it. There is a network aspect where you can actually join the website for free. You can create a profile page and connect with other like-minded individuals like yourself. There's already over 300 plus people on the platform, and it's still growing. And then we also offer resources, which I'm going to be beefing up in the near future, which are going to be more how-tos and informational posts as well. Special shout out to Jess Mifflin, my right hand in this. And yeah, if you guys have any more questions, want to find out anything about working for the Black Script, interning for the Black Script, anything in that nature, feel free to reach out to us, and we will be in contact. Just give us grace and give us time.
Right. You guys are growing fast, so it's
Yeah.
new, but growing so fast. Like,
Yes.
congratulations!
Thank you.
That's so exciting.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. It was not my goal for this year was like hitting 10K, and we doubled that. Well, did more than double that, because 2 months ago we were only at over a little over 1,000 followers. So,
and that's going to say anything is possible.
yes,
right?
Anything is possible if you set your mind to it. You keep the faith, you believe in God, and you stay focused, consistent, and dedicated. That's what I've been doing, and it's been working.
That's it.
Yeah, that's
and
it.
we're going to drop the mic right there. Thank you so much for your time. So enlightening. I love it. I love it.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Julia says, awesome. She said this was awesome and congratulations. Yeah, like you're growing so fast, and I believe it. It's gonna be you're gonna be big time. You're gonna be big time. People are saying thank you. Y'all make sure that y'all go follow, email. Julia says, what is your podcast called?
Black Storytellers. You can get to it on theblackscript.com. Hold on one second. I will tell you.
The blackscript.com is pinned. Right, I have it pinned. So y'all go check out the website. I feel like that's the hub, like where you can find everything.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, one last thing. I'm sorry, I need to mention. I completely overlooked it. We have a full script library. I can't believe I didn't say that.
Wow.
We have a full script library, and it's still growing. Every time I find new scripts, I add to the library. But they're all screenplays written by people of color. A lot of your favorite TV shows, a lot of your favorite movies. Of course, it's not everything. It's what has been released to the public, or what we were able to find. But as that, as time goes on, that's going to continue to grow. But there's over 100 scripts available. You can download them for free. There's no cost to them. You can actually download and then turn on that movie, and actually follow along and see how that screenwriter wrote the screenplay and see how it transitioned into film. A lot of times, everything that you write doesn't always show up on film, but it's a good way to learn to see how other writers write, and where it starts at, all the way up until it actually goes into production. So, but as far as the podcast, it's called Black Storytellers. If you go to the Black TV tab, under there, if you click on Storytellers, that's where you can get to all of those interviews. And if you don't want to go there, you can go to the YouTube page, just at BLKSCRIPT at Black Script on YouTube, and all of those interviews are there as well.
Woo. Well, I'm glad you remembered that. That's a good piece.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's
It's a
dope.
lot to
So
remember. Yeah.
it is. You have so much going on, but that's so great because it's something for everybody, right? And if you're not even, if you don't know where you want to start, there's so many things you can just go educate yourself on and look it up and see, just try it.
Right. And so
So,
that's why I say we're a central hub for
yeah.
screenwriters, filmmakers of color.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to remain a central hub to where you can go to this one central location, get all the information that you might possibly need,
Yeah.
not have to scour the web for it.
Right. Watching YouTube videos, like you said, one after another, saving this one over here and then this one over here.
Right. Yes.
Central Hub, you guys. He got everything. One-stop shop. He got everything for you.
Yeah.
Well, again, it's been an hour. This hour went by super fast.
It did. It really did.
Yeah. I love doing this. Like it's awesome.
Me too.
So if you don't have anything else, if you guys don't have any more questions, they're saying it's very much needed.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you guys.
There were some people trying to join. I do have some free nights where I don't have a guest on, guys. But if I have a guest, I try to just have the focus on the guest, and we don't add people in just yet. So there will be a night where it's like open night. We talk about whatever, and I'll have people join. But the floor was his. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. No, that's dope. And I don't really do live that much often, but I'm looking to do a lot more live. So if you guys ever see us go live, definitely tune in. I'll probably jump on, answer questions, talk a little bit about the Black Script. But a lot of times if you see me go live, it's probably because I have an announcement to make, or I'm trying to drive something home. Maybe the information is not getting out there as much as I need it to. So definitely follow. And if you see me go live, tune in. Yeah, for
click
sure.
on it. This person said, I miss working with people of color. Laugh my ass off. It's not funny, but don't it just feel so good? Like,
yeah. What's up, Ronson? I see you.
Okay. What's up, y'all? Well, we about to get off here. Y'all don't have anything else. I mean, I don't want to take up too much of your time. Like, I'm good, but
I'm good too. I mean, I could stick around for a few more minutes if you have the time. If anybody else has any other questions, or if you have any questions, Crystal.
I think I've asked. You covered a lot for me. I know where I'm going when I get off of the live. I need to go do some homework on that website and submit for Blindside. I got some homework to do. I will be submitting. And
okay, awesome.
Checking out the YouTube page and all of that. Like, so a little bit about me. I'm an actress in the DMV area. And so I haven't dabbled into writing and stuff like that just yet. Just the acting. I that's the passion. So I need to go. Like, I'm really excited to go dig deeper and go down the rabbit hole with the Black Script.
Yeah. Please do. And tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Sure. Always.
Because the more people that know about it, the better. And the more we can spread the word, the more people can actually start getting the information that they need.
Right. And I always say that too in our workshops and online, like for us actors, like even though I may be, going live or whatever, I'm no better than you guys. We're on the same playing field. I'm learning as you go, you know what I mean? Like when we go live, we learn some stuff, people share their experiences, drop some gems. We are all in this together. So I don't, we all just trying to work together and lift each other up. A lot of work coming to the DMV. Yeah, it is for sure. Do you feel like, I always ask my guests this, do you feel like the DMV could become the...
I know where this is going.
Yeah.
and the answer is yes. And it's already happening, especially in PG County, Maryland. If you guys are familiar with Tressa Azarel Smallwood, Megamind Media, you have Octet Productions. You have Terrell Entertainment. You have Harold Jackson. Um, there's so many people in this area. This is definitely a hub for talent, and it's continuing to grow. Oftentimes, a lot of these major TV shows and films will fly into this area, get the footage they need, and then fly out. And it's due time to where we're able to showcase this area in a new light, talk, tell our stories, showcase our talent, and let the world know about the DMV just as well as Atlanta did, New York has done. Even the Midwest is bubbling as well. Texas, shout out to the folks in Texas. But yeah, it's not just I have to go to Hollywood anymore. You can go to LA, you can go to Atlanta, you can come to the DMV, you can go to New York, you can go to Chicago. There's a lot of talent in this area and all across this country. And the more I talk to people, the more it opens my eyes to
how much talent there really is,
and how much untapped talent there really is. And that's what got me to thinking, like, how can these people get discovered? I got to find a way, and so that's what I did.
I think the most funniest response I get is, you get work out here? Like, you don't have to go to New York or Atlanta? And I'm like, no, I stay booked and busy. Baltimore, PG County, DC. Like, what?
Yeah, listen, you could be,
once you get the ball rolling, it just starts coming.
Yeah, you can be in Tennessee, you can be in New Orleans. Now 50 got the studio in Shreveport. You can be anywhere in this country, really, especially with today's technology and this day and age. You can make things happen. It doesn't matter where you live. It's just a matter of how bad do you want it, and are you willing to work for it?
Facts. That's it right there. And a lot of people do say, they come from LA or whatever, but they get more work here. Versus being in LA. It's so saturated, I want to say, over there. I don't know.
Man.
That's a whole nother
it's gonna
story.
Things are definitely gonna change for sure. Give it some time, and things are gonna pop here for sure.
Y'all stay tuned. Keep checking us out. Check out theblackscript.com. Go over there.
Appreciate
the IG page, Blindsides, Actor Society DMV. Just stay tuned. I'm always sharing. So whatever you post, it will be shared over there to let everybody know what's going on. So I'm your backup. But yeah, thank you so much again for coming on, and reach out if you need anything, please.
Yes, and most definitely, and you as well. And we will be in touch. I'm so glad that you reached out to us. You are now a friend of the show, even though you haven't been on our show yet. But,
hey,
we'll get you on, and we'll have more talks behind the scenes as well. So, thank you so much, Crystal. I truly appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you guys so much for engaging and being on and sharing your time as well, the audience. So, if that's it, then you have a wonderful Tuesday night.
All right, you do the same.
All right. Bye.
All right, bye.